Hello everyone! For this video, we'll be taking a look at the perfect BELIAL box. Along with that, talking about the Koro without showing the images inside the Koro. And yeah, that's gonna be fun. So first of all, we'll go over the box, and then after I'll go over the contents of the Koro, what stuff was said, but without showing any pictures, to stay true to my word. I am not showing any visuals of the Koro comic, as I have said. So this is a box that you can basically assemble. Now, as we can see right here, it shows off perfect BELIAL. And, you know, completed, it looks very interesting. Obviously, at the time of this recording, we have zero info on how L gear is supposed to work. Whether or not it attaches on top of an armor, or whether or not it is just perma-fused high mode, or whether or not you can use it high and low. It looks interesting to say the least, and this is the fully Beyblade DLC BELIAL. That's what it is, the Beyblade DLC BELIAL. So obviously you see the WBBA on the side there, and there's an illustration, but first let's show the other sides. So these were the first two upgrades, which was F gear, which you could get on Vanish Fafnir, V gear, which you could get on Savior Valkyrie, which I don't have right now, but you get the idea. So this was basically to improve its general shape, making it rounder, making it much more useful for stamina, and overall being top tier competitive. With V gear, it basically would go on Venture. I believe it should be pushing on the spring of Venture, making it a little bit tighter. And it should improve just general stamina. Then after, we have, of course, the S gear from Spriggan. So with the S gear, it is basically a frame that goes on Nexus. I believe one is fixed and one is free spin. So it makes Nexus have at least a little bit more use. And lastly, we get a better look at the L gear. So the L gear is an armor that is going to go on it, I guess. I have no idea how it's going to work. And they do actually show off a little box that goes over all the upgrades as it progresses. So the original, F gear, V gear, S gear. So that looks pretty cool. It looks very wide, so it looks like it's pretty much, S gear is going to pretty much cover really all around it, so that's going to be pretty interesting. And lastly, L gear. And what's really cool is that Hiro Morita actually had a special drawing on the box. So this is really cool. You see Belle, Ranzo, Basara and Hannah, and Valt, and Rashad and Shu all there. Also like the rainbow colors, looks very, very nice. Very nice illustration. Yeah, it looks really cool. I actually like it. It looks awesome, man. Alright. So moving on. Got something to hold the paper while I talk about this. Alright, so I'm going to explain how the Devil Blade works. So basically, you were to buy the Koro and you would get the Willy Wonka ticket. This is a campaign from how long? From 7/17 to 8/15. So that goes until August 15th, and it starts on July 17th. So this is what the ticket would look like. So we are on the process of eventually getting the Devil Blade. Hopefully we'll get it very soon. So basically you have to have the ticket and a purchase of about 2,000 yen for any of the new product stuff. And I think you have like a chance to get the Devil Blade. It's apparently supposed to be rare, I guess. Well, I say rare, but rare in air quotation marks. Is there anything else? So we're going to talk about any extra details on Spriggan since I'm looking at it. For starters, Quattro. So I'll put up an image of Quattro as I'm talking about it. So it does have 4 modes. So there is a metal sharp, a metal ball, and then after there is rubber flat, and basically CS for metal fight or unite shape. So 2 rubber, 2 metal. So that's going to be super sick when it eventually releases. It has a lot more versatility than something like, I don't know, like the original Zeta. Like this actually is a real difference. I felt Zeta was very boring when it released, you know. I'm gonna be honest. I think this is taking it up to the next level for Spriggan. Is there anything else? No, that's really it, man. So now we're gonna actually show the purpose of this box. So as we can see, it is very nice, and you can store a total of about 3 bays. So you can see I put my Belial in there, my Roar Bahamut, my Vanish Fafnir. So this is a nice little box, just to have 3 inside. Obviously, it could be a little bit better made just because it's cardboard and I don't have too much faith in it. If you are gentle with it and you're not an animal, then you should be able to store it easy. It's a little bit annoying at first to get used to, but yeah, there you go. So that's the whole purpose of the box. Really, it's cool that the box has the nice little art there. And of course, obviously, it shows off the gear stuff. And yeah, that's the real use for this. So if you are wondering, it is pretty cool. I'm not gonna lie. And other than that, we're going to move forward and talk about any other stuff that we need to talk about. So let's get on to it. So we're going to talk about the manga portion, so I will talk about the chapter without showing the chapter. So it basically starts off with, well, can I do this? I'm not showing the images of the Koro Koro comic. I do think they have a thing that say you can't talk. I don't know. This should be like fair use enough. It has to be fair. For the love of God, they better not go after me. Whatever. I'll just do a quick recap. He's basically eating food. Rashad is actually ranked #1, by the way. He is ranked higher than Valt in the manga. Rashad is very sussy in the manga. I don't like that I just used that word. Basically knocks out a robber. Kind of has a sussy face. He seems very friendly, though. I do wonder if he's putting on a facade or if he's actually serious. Yeah, and they have the page where he says he's ranked #1 in the world. Which, by the way, is the dumbest thing ever, because did they even show a chapter where he beat Valt to earn it? It's the same level of stupid for me for when, in DB, like, Valt's the champion again. Like, okay, how did he beat Iga? Where was the episode where he beat Iga? If you wanted to make it believable, show it happen. Bell has some troll thing at BC Soul, I guess. And Valt, it gets trolled by Bell. Rashad clears through it very easily. He really looks menacing, very serious, and he kind of taunts Bell. So he does have Savior Red in the manga, so this was a manga pivotal point. So they both battle, and it looks like he has the same stupid launch when he launches up in the air. And I don't think Bell has the V gear. He knocks him up in the air. Then after, I guess he just goes for the shot gimmick and he goes upwards, and then after burst, when he jumps. Yeah, I did a burst and Bell does not have the V gear, so he beats him. And I think Basara wants to challenge him after, and he doesn't even care. And he taunts Bell saying he's like, "You're not the Demon King." So I kind of like this idea. That he kind of feels like a real antagonist to Bell. And by the way, antagonist does not mean you have to be an evil character. Like Louis, for an example, would be the antagonist to Valt for Season 1. Just like how, like, you don't have to be evil. You don't have to be evil. It's just the opposing force in the story. And he taunts Bell, and I like that because it gives Bell motivation. And I'm assuming after this, he's just going to make V-Gear. If you want a quick recap of the other parts of the manga, quite literally, it was, I think they did like a thing on the Devil Blade promotion, which I don't know if that's canon or not, or if it's just Koro Koro promotion. Basara has Roar Bahamut, and I think they battle or something like that. And the only real difference between the anime and the manga that was big, I think, is how he made the F gear. I think Free beats him, and then he's like an angry child brat, and he steals Fafnir, and Free lets him do it, and then he makes the F gear. Or something along those lines, but yeah. So that's going to be where we end off for this video. Very fun to talk about. Well, just really the whole box and everything. It is really, really cool. Like, I'm not going to lie. Like, it's really, really cool. And it can store the stuff nice. So that will be it for now. Let me know your thoughts. Have an awesome and amazing day, and bye!